We're live.
Good evening, America. Welcome to another great episode of Power to Thrive. I'm Dale. I'm here with my buddy, best-selling author, Mr. Cliff Blodgett. And today we have a great episode coming to you. Before we get to it, let's hit the subscribe button and pick up that book, Plant Based. Today's topic is burning Teslas. What are your thoughts on that, Cliff?
Yeah, I've been seeing it in the news. I think everybody has. They've been setting Teslas on fire, and apparently they bombed a Tesla dealership. It looks like over 35 Teslas so far. It seems like they're doing this because they don't like Elon Musk. So it seems like it has nothing to do with Tesla itself. It seems like this is to intimidate or hurt Tesla stock. The big question is that a good way to get to Elon Musk by burning Teslas? Because I guess if they burn enough Teslas, it will bring down Tesla stock.
But Cliff, are they doing that because he's with the Trump administration?
Well, I think it's what he's doing in the Trump administration. Not only did he support Trump, but on top of that, he's playing an active role in the Trump administration as the head of DOJ. A lot of people are getting their money cut, and they seem to be very upset about that. In this case, it affects Tesla owners and people that work at Tesla. And so the people that are doing this would make the argument that it's okay because they're trying to get back at Elon Musk. Now they're going to consider people burning Teslas or burning charging stations to be domestic terrorists. So that begs the question, what exactly is that? What's a domestic terrorist? And should these people be designated as terrorists? Carrying that a little bit further, people that are protesting at universities and colleges, protesting the genocide in Gaza, these people are also being declared as domestic terrorists in some cases. Is protesting a genocide? Does that make you a domestic terrorist? Under that umbrella, it seems like anything that the government doesn't particularly like, they use domestic terrorism to up the ante as far as the penalties and the jail time and the severity of the crime. So it seems like they define a terrorist, somebody that commits acts or threatens violence with the intent to cause a political outcome through intimidation. So if you look at that definition, then you could ask the question, is the American government a terrorist organization? Because the US CIA, they have documented multiple assassinations against duly elected Democratic leaders in countries all around the world. And so if the U.S. government can go around causing or directly committing assassinations, how come they're not terrorists?
So what's the consequences for domestic terrorism?
That's a good question. So if you burn a car and it's just vandalism, that's one level of severity. But if they declare you a domestic terrorist, it amplifies the severity.
We definitely need America to go to them comments and tell us what you really think about if it's terrorism, if it's not, or just your thoughts, period.
I'm just getting a sense, a gut feeling that there's a little bit of the pot calling the kettle black here, is what it kind of looks like, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. So we can get feedback in the comments of what people think about the pot calling the kettle black. And if it walks like a duck and it talks like a duck,
probably is a duck. Probably is a doggone duck.
Yeah.
That's for damn sure. And that's a very interesting thing. Cause if it wasn't Elon Musk, would we even be talking about this? Probably not. If Elon Musk wasn't with the Trump administration, they wouldn't be burning his cars. What do you think about that?
If he wasn't supporting the Trump administration and involved in the DOJ, they probably wouldn't be burning his cars.
Do Homeland Security have anything to do with this?
All of this falls under Homeland Security because the FBI, the DEA, all of the different enforcement organizations fall under the Department of Homeland Security, except for the CIA, which is independent because they're not supposed to be focusing on domestic citizens of the United States and the activities within the border of the United States. But we see that's not always the case. So this is an ongoing deal. So we'll keep you posted and you keep us posted in the comments as to your thoughts. I just hear this phrase of domestic terrorism being thrown around more and more these days. Anytime they want to intimidate people and increase the severity of something, then suddenly it's domestic terrorism.
To me, it sounds like a defense mechanism. When they say, boy, if we say it's terrorism, oh, shoot, people are panicking.
You know what else I'm thinking now that you're saying that? I think it invokes abilities for law enforcement because if it's not terrorism, they have to follow more strict guidelines. But if they declare it as being domestic terrorism, I think it unleashes a lot of the law enforcement activities that they can't otherwise use against people that are not terrorists. If anybody else knows about that, let us know in the comments.
Thanks for having you here today. We had a good time with you. Of course, hit that subscribe button, pick up that book, Plant Based, and we'll see you in the next episode. Have a good night.